Yes, hello, this is Outi Remes from the Ashgate Gallery. Welcome to our series of mini interviews in Zoom. Today I am here with artist Virginia Ray. Her solo exhibition opened on Saturday, and for the next 5 minutes we are going to be discussing the inspiration behind her work as well as the process that she uses in her painting. So hope you enjoy. Virginia, do you want to say something about the work in the exhibition?
Okay, well, thank you first of all for inviting me to exhibit with the New Ashgate. I love exhibiting at the New Ashgate. You're like a lovely, welcoming family. Anyway, okay, so the work in the show this time is about the moors and reservoirs of Nidderdale, North Yorkshire. And the common denominator in all the paintings is the River Nidd, in that the River Nidd starts high on the moors under one side and then travels down through the reservoirs of Scar, Angram and Gouthwaite before it meets the River Ouse just outside York. In the painting where the waters meet, this refers to the meeting of the two rivers and the end of the journey of the River Nidd. The work was completed during lockdown, and I found it as a means to seek reassurance and emotional support in the familiar. Familiar in the sense that the moors, the rivers and the reservoirs are integral to my understanding and connection to this landscape. Okay.
And you paint in Yorkshire, so why is Yorkshire such a special place to paint?
Outi, that's a question that I've been asking myself for the last decade. For those who know anything about me, you know that I was born and raised in Nidderdale, North Yorkshire, and it's a place where my family have lived and worked on the land for generations. Over the years of researching my connections to this landscape, I feel I've developed a very strong understanding of the history of the landscape, and in particular its industrial and rural stories. Yorkshire is simply part of who I am, and I think it's probably best summed up in the old Yorkshire saying that you can take the girl out of Yorkshire, but you can't take Yorkshire out of the girl.
Thank you. And do you want to say something about the process and perhaps also about your titles? They're really interesting. So what's the thinking behind that?
Okay. Well, research is always the starting point of any new work, and this research includes walking in the landscape, it includes photographing, recording sounds and feelings, it's interviewing, it's reading texts, and it's seeking out old maps and old photos. I know the places I paint so well, and I paint the same places over and over again. I do use photographs, but very much in creating a structure to the painting. But very soon the painting takes on a life of its own, so to speak. So I'm very much working to create a mood, an atmosphere, a sense of place. Often things are worked out on the canvas rather than in a sketchbook. I will begin by laying down just some very simple shapes and lines in charcoal. After that, I would lay down any materials that I wanted to embed in the painting, and this might include things like mud, stone dust, old photographs and old maps. And these materials often reference the past and present activities on the land. So, for example, in the painting Late Afternoon, the Blue Deepens, there is a photograph down in the left-hand corner of the old cranes that were on the bridge, which were used to construct the reservoirs of Scar and Angram. So I build the surface of the painting through layering the paint and layering these different mixed media. Scratching and scraping is very much part of what goes on until I just achieve the depth and the atmosphere that I'm looking for. Mark making is about human presence, and it's about my own journey through this landscape. I would say that I'm continually drawing, and that's to remind me where I am and where I have been. So finally, titles. Yes, titles are, again, very, very important. They often come from my research. They could be from quotes from local people, local sayings, or just from things that I've read. So, for example, in the painting Submerged Hall, this is named Submerged Hall because I found an old photograph of Galthwaite Hall, which used to stand in the middle of the land that was flooded to create the reservoir. The photo is embedded in the painting and was very much there throughout the whole process of making the painting. And it was in the final hour I had to decide, am I going to keep Galthwaite Hall in the painting, or am I going to once again submerge it? And if you look, I decided to submerge it. I so enjoyed myself.
Thank you, Virginia. That's great. So the exhibition is available online. So www.newashgate.org.uk, and it continues until 6th of March. So yes, have a good look and hope you enjoyed today. Thank you so much, Virginia, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.